केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is now official, day one of the special session of Parliament, and the centre has made it clear that the only delimitation formula that has been proposed is a straight, across the board, 50% increase in Lok Sabha seats. No state loses, no state gains unfairly. Centre has made it clear to implement the 33% women quota bill. Well, India will expand its Lok Sabha strength to 816 seats. Out of these, 272 seats will be reserved for women. The intent is clear. It is pure expansion, not redistribution, and therefore, no one stands to lose. Prime Minister Narendra Modi called it Modi Ki Guarantee, a promise that there will be no injustice to anyone.
इस सदन में इस पवित्र जगह से कहना चाहता हूं, चाहे दक्षिण हो, उत्तर हो, पूर्व हो, पश्चिम हो, छोटे राज्य हो, बड़े राज्य हो, मैं आज एक जिम्मेवारी से कहना चाहता हूं कि निर्णय प्रक्रिया किसी के साथ भी भेदभाव नहीं करेगी। ये निर्णय प्रक्रिया किसी के साथ अन्याय नहीं करेगी। अगर गारंटी शब्द चाहिए तो मैं गारंटी शब्द उपयोग करता हूं, वादा की बात करते हो तो मैं वादा शब्द उपयोग करता हूं, अगर तमिल में कोई अच्छा शब्द हो तो वो भी मैं बोलने के लिए तैयार हूं, क्योंकि जब नियत साफ है तो फिर शब्दों का खेल करने की हमें जरूरत नहीं है जी।
Well, in his characteristic style, Prime Minister then took on those accusing him of rushing through a reform for political gains. He said the only way he would benefit would be if the opposition does not let the bill pass. The Prime Minister underlined, I am willing to give you a blank check to encash the credit, so long as you are willing to clear the bill.
देखिए, इसका अगर विरोध करेंगे तो स्वाभाविक है कि राजनीतिक लाभ मुझे होगा, लेकिन साथ चलेंगे तो किसी को भी नहीं होगा, ये लिख के रखो, किसी को नहीं रहेगा, क्योंकि एक फिर अलग पहलू हो जाता है, फिर किसी को फायदा नहीं होता। और इसलिए हमें क्रेडिट नहीं चाहिए। जैसे ये पारित हो जाए, मैं कल एडवर्टाइजमेंट दे करके सबका धन्यवाद करने के लिए तैयार हूं, सबकी फोटो छपवाने के लिए तैयार हूं। क्रेडिट आप ले लो, चलो क्रेडिट की चिंता है क्या है जी, ले लो ना क्रेडिट। आपको जिसकी फोटो छपवानी है सरकारी खर्चे से हम करवा देंगे। सामने से क्रेडिट का ब्लैंक चेक आपको दे रहा हूं।
But the opposition was more keen on discrediting the government for pushing a bill that, according to them, evades caste census, does injustice to southern states, and in the garb of providing quota to women will lead to arbitrary redrawing of India's political map, eventually to give more heft to the BJP. Deception that Priyanka Gandhi called out on the floor of the House.
वैसे आज प्रधानमंत्री जी की बातों से ये लगा कि भाजपा ही महिला आरक्षण के चैंपियन, प्रस्तावक और सबसे बड़े समर्थक रहे हैं। इनके पूरे भाषण में यही बात थी। जबकि ये कह रहे थे कि इन्हें इसका श्रेय नहीं चाहिए। कोई भी महिला आपको बता देगी कि बार बार बहकाने वाले पुरुषों को महिलाएं झट से पहचान लेती हैं। थोड़ी सावधानी बरत लीजिए, पकड़े जाएंगे।
This government want to completely hijack the constitutional protection and they want to put the bill is very clear, sir.
सच तो यह है कि भाजपा जनगणना को टालना चाहती है और जनगणना को टालने का मतलब है कि जाति जनगणना को टालना चाहते हैं और जाति जनगणना इसलिए टालना चाहते हैं क्योंकि वो आरक्षण का सवाल उठेगा।
And then the quota within quota minefield took a religious turn. Eyeing their PDA vote bank, Akhilesh Yadav's party pushed for inclusion of Muslim women within the quota, only to be reminded by the Union Home Minister Amit Shah that religion-based quota is unconstitutional.
आज एक ऐसे बिल आए हैं कि हम लोग संविधान को ही तोड़ना, मरोड़ना, फोड़ना चाह रहे हैं और इसका हम समाजवादी पार्टी के लोग पुरजोर विरोध करते हैं। बिल के अंदर जब तक पिछड़े वर्ग की महिलाएं, जब तक मुसलमान भाइयों की महिलाएं नहीं शामिल की जाएंगी, हम समाजवादी लोग इसका साथ नहीं देंगे। और एक बात और स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं, समाजवादियों से बड़ा महिलाओं का हितैषी इस देश की कोई पार्टी नहीं है।
ये असंवैधानिक बात इस तरह का रूल्स में ना बोले। धर्म के नाम पर यह रिजर्वेशन नहीं हो सकता, संविधान में नहीं है। इस तरह का बात ना करें।
आपने नहीं बुलाया महिला विधेयक को।
सर पूरा देश का महिलाओं के लिए बात करना चाहिए। आप मुस्लिम महिलाओं का क्यों बात करते हैं? ये राजनीतिक है, ऐसा मत कीजिए। आप पूरा देश का महिलाओं के लिए बात कीजिए।
The Samajwadi Party was not the only one to be fact-checked by Home Minister Amit Shah. He dug out numbers and tore into the opposition's political calculations by showing how updated figures would actually translate into an increase in representation of MPs from the south in parliament.
अब कुल मिलाकर दक्षिण का जो पूरा नैरेटिव बनाया जाता है उसको अगर हम सोचते हैं तो अभी 543 सीटों में जो आपके द्वारा बनाया गया है उसमें 129 सांसद इस सदन में बैठते हैं। मान्यवर, लगभग 23.76% दक्षिण के सांसदों का यहाँ शक्ति है। अब 50% वृद्धि होने के बाद 129 की जगह 195 सांसद बैठेंगे और उनकी शक्ति 23.97% मतलब 24% होगी। तो शक्ति बढ़ नहीं रही है, कम नहीं हो रही है, बढ़ रही है।
If you still think that there is a pro-North bias, here is another data point. For those who say northern states have more heft in the house, here is a population to seat comparison. Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, almost identical populations, but MPs 29 versus 39. And look at their populations. Look at Rajasthan versus Tamil Nadu. Again, similar population, but seats 25 versus 39 to the advantage of Tamil Nadu. Haryana versus Kerala. Even a small gap in population, but Kerala has twice the number of seats than Haryana. What does this show you? For roughly the same population, southern states have more members of parliament per citizen, and in seat to population ratio, North India is underrepresented, and yet chief ministers like Revanth Reddy want higher value for their votes, even proposing that delimitation be linked to the GDP of the state.
This, according to me, Speaker Sir, is the most practical, genius solution that anybody could have come out. The argument that the opposition is making, the Chief Minister of Telangana has made, is to propose a very interesting hybrid model of linking the population of the state along with the GSDP, the state's per capita contribution and the state's gross development of the state. ये किस प्रकार के argument है? अध्यक्ष जी, if you will take this argument further forward, Mukesh Ambani will have 1 lakh vote and somebody like us will have only 1 vote. Is this the kind of logic that the Congress wants to build?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the legitimate question on the News Hour tonight. By calling these bills anti-South, anti-OBC, anti-Muslim, is the opposition using technical excuses to stall 33% reservation for women yet again? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight with me in the studios, Charu Pragya, national spokesperson of the BJP, Harshvardhan Tripathi, senior journalist, Shaina NC, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena Shinde faction. Also joining me tonight is Faizan Kidwai, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Priyanka Kakkar, chief national spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, Salim Dharnidharan, national spokesperson of the DMK. But my first question goes to Congress supporter Tehseen Poonawalla. And Tehseen Poonawalla, is this once again a new drama brigade, a new Bahana brigade that is coming up to oppose women's reservation? You've had the opportunity, and can you believe it? Can you believe it? In 1989, during during Rajiv Gandhi's tenure, and then PV Narasimha Rao pushed through reservation for women in panchayats and nagar palikas, and since then till today, we haven't been able to do it for the higher legislature, that is the Vidhan Sabhas and the Lok Sabha. Why, sir? Why are you still finding faults when this is something you wanted? You've done lip service to it from 1989 onwards. In 2010, you got it passed in Rajya Sabha, never had the guts to bring it in Lok Sabha, thanks to the pressure of your alliance partners at that time. Even today, in the 21st century, you're looking for excuses?
Good evening, Navika. Thank you for having me on the show. Good evening to all my fellow panelists and to all the viewers. The Women's Reservation Bill can become a reality as of yesterday. In fact, I remember, Navika, on the night of September 2023, I joined you when the Honorable Prime Minister, in a then special session of Parliament, to amend the Constitution, brought in the Women's Reservation Bill and said that the Women's Reservation will become a reality in 2034. And then, please bring out the Times Now footage. To today, we are saying the same thing. You can give reservation in 1 second. On 543 seats, or 550, which is sanctioned, right away, give 33% reservation, right away. You don't want to do that. The BJP doesn't want to do that because they're just doing a lip service. Point number 2. You are saying that you're bringing in a constitutional amendment to increase seats. The Honorable Home Minister, etc., said 850 seats. All right. Where in the constitutional bill, Charu, I've read every line of it, does 81(2)A amendment say that it will be 50% increase in states? Where does it say? It was Arjun Meghwal ji who got up in Parliament and said, Navika ji, a constitution was amended in September 2023. To amend the amended constitution, they've got in a special session, and in that they've not put in the words 50%. We have to take the words of Arjun Meghwal ji and the Honorable Home Minister. Does constitutional amendment happen on words or happen on paper? They've not even done that. And I challenge you to show me where it is put. Point number 3. This entire rhetoric, let's believe what the Honorable Home Minister said, that believe me 50% will be increased. Let's go with that argument. So state of Uttar Pradesh is currently at 80 seats. 80 will go to 120, 50% increase. And state of Tamil Nadu 39, 50% increase goes to 59. Today the difference between Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh is 41 seats. That further increases to 61 seats. So the difference actually becomes big. And why this is important as I end? Because in Parliament it's not percentages, it's real numbers. And let me give your viewers an example as I end on this point. Let's say there's a corporate company that has to give 50% across the board increase in salaries. So somebody who's getting 1,000 rupees, the cost of the company will be 500. Where somebody who's getting 1 lakh rupees, the cost of the company 50% increase will be a real 50,000 rupees. You're not talking about real numbers. You're giving us a jumla of 50%. But actual bills are passed on real numbers. This is where the BJP is scorning us. This is the sleight of hand, and I challenge you Charu, show me 81(2)(a) where it says 50%. Show me in the bill. No if, no but.
But you have to go by a uniform measure. The uniform measure is the percentage of the total strength of the Lok Sabha. The uniform measure is not your seats compared to UP. That is fallacious as an argument.
Okay, let me go with your argument. Let me agree with that. Show me where it's written in the bill 50%. You know that of that two.
So
it's not written.
No.
So you're doing a constitutional amendment without 50%.
1 minute, Tehseen Poonawalla. Don't get ahead of yourself. Your second argument, I have blown to smithereens in 1 minute.
How?
The second argument was no, because it's not percentage of UP seats. It is percentage of the total strength of the Lok Sabha. 1 minute. Number two, your argument, do it on the basis of 543. That was based on the census of 1971.
Correct.
Because delimitation till 2026 was constitutionally banned.
Correct.
Now you want women's reservation on a caste census, on a population census of 1971 in 2026. Is this your idea of justice? And may I demonstrate to you just two examples? Just two examples. Tamil Nadu, 39 seats today. 59 according to the 50% value, but if you do 543 calculation, it comes to 51.
Okay.
It comes to
Now,
51.
allow me to answer
Tamil
from
Nadu
your
stands to lose. 1 minute. So let's look at another state and let's maybe look at Punjab. 13 seats at the moment. 50% formula gives it 20 seats, but 543 based on 1971 census gives you 19 seats. Loss of 1 seat.
Allow me to answer your viewers. No, just give me one line. I won't take more than 1 line. Just give me 1 line if you permit me.
You've had like a solo run for 13 minutes.
One line.
It's a huge panel, let everyone speak.
Just 1 line. Navika ji, you said 1971, you're right, 543. So you're doing it on 2011. So 2011 का caste census release करो ना, वो नहीं करेंगे. Second thing.
तुमने किया था, क्यों नहीं रिलीज किया?
तो अभी आप करो
क्यों नहीं रिलीज किया? क्योंकि गलतियां तुमने की हुई हैं. Well, you know, for everything you can't be blaming Modi. कुछ खुद ही कर लेते. चारू प्रज्ञा.
Navika ji, good evening and namaste to everyone. See, the fact is that time and time again, Congress has proved that they stand on the other side of the fence when it comes to proving they are in favor of more women in parliament. Every single time they have done that. एक बात बोलते हैं, जब करने निकलते हैं, कुछ और ही कर जाते हैं. Even this time, every objection they have been raising has been put to rest in a very logical way, in a very simple way, in a way which should be acceptable by everyone. Yet they're not accepting it. For all these years, I'll tell you two major reasons why this 33% reservation has not been a reality. Two big arguments. One argument was that southern states will be not favored in the same way that the northern states will be. It will be injustice to their population control. And the second big thing that they kept talking about was quota within quota. Now, coming to the southern states, I think this is a stroke of brilliance, increasing all the seats in all the states by 50%, properly 33% increase. I will come to that. Tehseen, let me finish. I did not speak at all. 33% increase in parliament totally, and it is going to be done in a way that no man is displaced. Every state gains proportionately. Their representation in parliament remains steady. Everybody is happy, but they are not happy with it because finally something that needs to be done is happening, and I don't think they stand for the progress of the nation. The second thing is quota within quota. Time and time again they discuss quota within quota, and even today so much of the conversation, including what was being said by Akhilesh Yadav, was about quota within quota. Have you asked for quota within quota for the general seats? Have you ever done that? Since independence till today, there have been elections in our country. Nobody has said that Muslim men should be given a quota to contest. Has that ever happened? Is it even constitutionally proper to say something like that standing in parliament? Because our constitution says that no reservation can be done on the basis of your religion. And if that is the case, today you are asking for seats for Muslim women. What about Sikh women? What about Jain women? What about Parsi women? So on and so forth. You didn't do it for general seats. But today when it comes to discussing women, this quota within quota becomes so much of the discussion in parliament that Akhilesh Yadav wants to flag it. And now another reason why this is completely a no-go.
Show the 50% where it's written.
I'm coming to
Just
that.
show it where it's
I'm
written.
coming to that. I'm
You're
coming to that.
increasing 50%, you accept
yes.
it? Where is it written in the bill? I've read the bill.
Now you listen.
Sure.
Now you listen.
Which paragraph? That's all.
Number one. The Prime Minister has explained it. The Honorable Home Minister has explained it in detail. He also said when he speaks in Rajya Sabha tomorrow, he will break it down in such a way that every single citizen will understand. Let me say this. And third and most important thing, the Delimitation Commission is going to be formed. You wait now.
It is so elementary. It is so elementary that I sometimes begin to wonder why the opposition raises such bogey. One minute. Charu Pragya, 1 minute. When a statement is made on the floor of the House, it is a property of the House and anybody can be held to it. Now, whether yes, it is an assurance from the government, the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, no less.
May I demolish that? Let's say I bring a constitutional amendment tomorrow as the Home Minister saying I will withdraw freedom of speech of media, but on the floor of the House I stand and say, take my word, it won't happen. Will you believe the bill of the constitutional amendment written?
I'm not. I am not sitting here to do some ridiculous arguments with you. Let me get in the other. Are you the only person on this show?
You've not
Hold on. Salim Dharnidharan. Salim Dharnidharan, the question tonight is, I demonstrated to you population of 2 states. Madhya Pradesh 7.26 crores, Lok Sabha seats 29. Tamil Nadu population, and these are all from the 2011 census. Tamil Nadu population 7.21 crores and the Lok Sabha seats are 39. Tell me, why did you not raise the question of no justice to Madhya Pradesh at that time and excessive justice being done to Tamil Nadu at that time? Why absolutely no tears for north of India? Why tears only for the south of India? And may I then tell you the calculation that the government has done and given these seats, according to that, Tamil Nadu gets 59 seats. The percentage of the total strength of the Lok Sabha remains the same. What is the problem?
First, I'll answer. So, sorry, my infrastructure is a bit poor because I'm in campaign, but I'll explain. So, the seats allocated in this country are based on the 1971 census, wherein until then the seats were determined based on population, and after every decade after the census, the seats used to be demarcated based on the census. Once the Indian government, the union government under Indira Gandhi implemented the policy for the state to have 2-child policy, the states in south of India took up that policy very rigorously. And because of that, our total fertility rate kept reducing. Our TFR in the 1960s in the south, including Tamil Nadu, was one of the highest in the country. But because of the union government policy, the TFR rate kept coming down.
Perfect. So now the seats are not based on the population. Or if they were based on the population, you would stand to lose. So they have not been based on population. You are not replying to my first question. Why did Madhya Pradesh get lesser seats than Tamil Nadu based on the 2011 census? Why, sir? Because at that time, Madhya Pradesh had a bigger population than Tamil Nadu.
The seats were all demarcated or allocated based on the 1971 census, and 1976 there was a freeze on reallocation of seats based on population for 25 years. And 2001, Atal Bihari Vajpayee government again extended the freeze. So all the seats currently now are based on the 1971 census. Now my question is, if the population control were effectively implemented in many of the other states, then the population there would have also been similar to that of Tamil Nadu, and there wouldn't have been need for increase in seats. Population growth, So that is the whole point. So why should we be penalized? That is why population should not be the big for determining seats.
But Salim, that is why population has not been made the basis.
Exactly.
You keep the seats as per the 1971 census, and as percentage of the total strength of the Lok Sabha, you remain the same. So population has not been used against you, my friend. Why can't you understand that?
No, I understand. I'm coming there. I'm coming to that whole point is, now I'm asking why this whole thing has to be packaged with the women reservation. In Tamil Nadu, 50% of the mayoral posts are reserved. So we are not against it. Modi government could have done it in 2014 until today. They have not done it. Why are you packaging with women reservation? That is completely a different matter
Again,
altogether.
when the population question is addressed, Shaina NC, he comes back to, these are changing goalposts. Someday they will say because you're not doing quota within quota. When other morning it will be why population is being used as a weapon against us. Third day it will be something else. Shifting goalposts. Just because they don't want to support women in Parliament, which is the highest temple of the democracy, for years, since 1996 when this bill was first introduced, for years they have been somehow or the other trying to trip it. Why, Shaina NC? Why do women make these men in Parliament so insecure?
Can I come in? Can I come in? You're not letting me complete. Important point.
You have completed, sir. Your population argument has been blown to smithereens. And it did not require a drone or a missile to do it. Just one argument.
Look, why is the 2021 census not done?
We are the only country to not done a decadal census.
They use population as an excuse. They use delimitation as an excuse. They use census as an excuse. They used, even though scheduled caste, scheduled tribe have been factored in, they use that as an excuse. OBC as an excuse, Muslim women as an excuse, 816 seats as an excuse. Then they say that why isn't there the 33% in the original framework? That is an excuse. I want to ask, how much more should we wait? 27 long years, 6 dispensations which come and go, come and go. And do you know today, Navika, not even one woman representative from the Mizoram. The highest that we have in the whole country is 18% in Chhattisgarh. It's a dismal 13-14%, where in 1950 you had 22 MPs. Today in 2026 you have 74. How can we be satisfied? Do understand that this is not a fight, it is a fight to the finish. And if not now, when? Why should we wait till 2034? Who's saying no to census? As of now, go by 2011.
Why haven't you done it?
Yes, of course, you can go through the entire process of delimitation and census in the days to come. All that needs to happen, but to just have this if, why, but, question mark, when, where, how. What the Honorable Home Minister said today in Parliament was amply correct to the Samajwadi Party. If you're so desperate, every single member of yours can be a Muslim woman. But the sad reality is that the same Samajwadi Party gave only one Muslim woman a ticket. Don't forget that. What happened during Lok Sabha?
Absolutely.
I tell you, this hypocrisy and this male misogynistic mindset, it requires political will, which Prime Minister Modi has shown. And we applaud him for the endeavor. And I have no qualms in saying behind every successful man there's a woman, but behind every successful woman too, there is a man's support. We are not here trying to get one-upmanship to say that my leader Eknath Shinde did this or your leader from some other party did this. We are here to take on the cause of dignity of women, women's security, women's healthcare, women's education, and so many more. Today, when we talk about the Panchayat Raj, where you have 14 lakh women, do we ever go and keep on talking about Panchpati? Or we talk about that from 33%, they're at 46% today. So many
the question tonight is, the Prime Minister has made it clear, and Faizan Kidwai, that is the question to you. The Prime Minister has made it clear that now women know what power is, they know how to take decisions, they have in panchayats experienced their power, and they've seen the polity from close quarters. I want to ask you, the Prime Minister is giving the opposition a chance to pass this bill unanimously and have a share in taking the level of the legislature upwards by doing something that is in the interest of 50% of the population of the country. But what are we talking about? We are suddenly talking about Muslim mahilaon ka kya hoga? Again, you had to be told on the floor of the House that talking about reservation on the basis of religion is unconstitutional. आपकी ये जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बचाओ आंदोलन है वो किस बेसिस पे था? अगर रोज ही कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की धज्जियां उड़ानी है तो?
Good evening, Navika. Good evening to you and to the fellow panelists. Navika, kindly just give me time because there have been a lot of direct allegations on Samajwadi Party. I heard Shaina NC was saying bragging about how Narendra Modi is working for the upliftment of women and not Samajwadi Party. She said something of that nature. Madam, just let me bring to your notice that it was Samajwadi Party which gave 22% tickets to women in the previous Lok Sabha. Your number is just 15.7%. And let's not get into what your ideological parent RSS feels about women empowerment, feels about feminism, because Golwarkar, Hegewar, even Mohan Bhagwat have made derogatory remarks. Go and read Adityanath. Go and read. Madam, don't interject. This is not done.
1 minute.
No,
One
no,
minute.
no.
1 minute. Ladies, Faizan Kidwai has a right. Faizan Kidwai has a right to rant, because unless he gives his point of view, how will you actually tear it down? So allow him to say, and then we will all go after him.
Right. So Navika basically is saying that you people start your rant once I am done giving my facts. So, and read what Yogi Adityanath said in Adityanath.in, that when men acquire the qualities of women, they become divine, and when vice versa happens, women become Rakshas. So
Can you come back to the women's reservation bill, sir? I have brought up only statements that were made on the floor of the House today in the context of the women's reservation bill. I would appreciate if you stick to the topic of the debate.
I'll do that. Then,
thank you.
There's this BJP spokesperson. She says that although Tehseen countered her, Navika, there is no clause in the bill which says that there'll be proportionate distribution of seats of 50%. On the contrary, Navika, just I'm giving you some clauses. Clause 8 clearly says delimitation commission on the basis of census will determine number of seats to each state. There's another clause, 10 subsection 2, which gives immunity to the delimitation commission, that you cannot challenge them in the court of law. Even constitutional amendments do not have this immunity. That's the reason Samajwadi Party and India Bloc is saying this bill is a weapon, a tool being used by Bharatiya Janata Party for its political gains. And Navika, at the same time, you said we are asking for reservation-based quota, reservation. Not at all, Navika. What Samajwadi Party is asking, we are not asking for a separate quota for reservation for Muslim women. We are saying give Muslim women representation like quota within quota, like you give to SC/STs.
But it cannot be given. But it cannot be given. The Constitution doesn't allow reservations on the basis of religion. Constitution, pad lijiye.
What's wrong with him?
But the point that he has raised on the 50% versus the delimitation commission, please clarify that.
So whatever is said in Parliament is going to be followed to a T. This is not a political party which ever goes back on what it commits, right? You have seen that happen time and time again. At the same time, now let me come down to the delimitation commission. Delimitation commission, everything that has been said in Parliament today, more will be said tomorrow, and I urge you, please sit and watch what our Home Minister will say, is going to be taken as a recommendation, and this is a given. This is a given, because you really think that the government is going to come up with this entire bill, 3 days of a special session, say things in Parliament and not stick to it. I don't know what is wrong with you, because we quote data which is said on the floor of the House as the gospel truth. Do we not? And now coming back to Samajwadi's attack on every other thing on ideology. No, one second. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Hear something? Only when you say it is to be heard and others say it should not be heard.
I need to put him in place about one more very important thing.
Just clarify one thing. You are, as a BJP spokesperson, saying that in that bill written, that delimitation commission requiring 50% not written is wrong, and what is written in the bill and a constitutional amendment is wrong, which cannot be challenged, but what is said on Parliament is correct. Is that how it works?
Tehseen,
is that how it works?
Tehseen, does the bill say 50% is not happening? Oh, please, Tehseen. No. Are you saying everybody else is mad? You're the only intelligent one.
No, it has to be written in the bill.
Proportionate increase means this now, but let me come to the last thing that I want to tell the Samajwadi Party spokesperson. He again got in the religion angle, and only for Muslim women, no other religion. You did talk about quota within quota. You actually did.
Yeah,
you're not asking
give it
for
to
it
all
for anyone
minorities,
else.
madam.
Now also tell me there are
only
political parties in this country which exist only on the name of religion. AIMIM, to be one example, the only political party which didn't vote in favor of this bill in 2020 2023 in the Lok Sabha. The only political party, because they say they stand only for Muslims. Are you going to tell them to do a reservation for Hindu women tomorrow? When you can't do that, I don't know why you're talking enter-shelter when it comes to this important day when you're supposed to come together and pass this bill to ensure that it ends.
All right, 30 seconds counter, Faizan Kidwai.
Right, Navika. See, BJP is all about making tall claims, but there's no substance on ground. There's no
you
work
tell
on
me,
ground.
are you asking
This is unfortunate
AIMIM
reality.
for reservation
Madam,
for Hindu women in the same breath?
Of course. Give everyone who comes from a backward
So a political party has no standing whatsoever.
Socially and
you don't
economically
choose who you give your tickets to.
Madam, you
Everything
can't
must
do
be
that.
done on religious basis.
Madam,
Everything must be done on the basis of
Just because you're sitting in the
reservation.
studio,
There is no such thing as
don't behave
free
like
will.
Bharatiya Janata
Nobody
Party.
needs to start their
Typical
own new
mindset
political
to
party.
derail an
There's
argument.
nothing called as ideology.
All about jumlas, madam.
Now the
Navika,
Samajwadi
this is not
Party
the
is
way
going
a
to
debate
stop
should happen.
favouring
1 minute,
Yadav.
Charu Pragya, be fair. You spoke. No, allow him to respond. 30 seconds, Faizan.
Yes. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So, before giving Gyan, I would want to bring to your notice in 1989, when Mr. Rajiv Gandhi was bringing reservation in Panchayati Raj and Nagar Palikas for women, it was your Advani, it was your Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Ram Jethmalani and Jaswant Singh who derailed that bill. They stood against that bill and the bill failed. So, you people are in no position to give Gyan. पहली बात दूसरी बात
In the same breath, then you'll blame people of the Constituent Assembly also.
See, Navika, this is not done. This is not done. This is
He's
not the way
raising
a
a
debate
point
should
and saying,
happen.
are you blaming?
You know, I have only one observation to make, that we are finding all kinds of fault because we want the bill to be derailed. It's not about the debate only.
No.
The bill has to be derailed. तो debate तो छोटी सी चीज है हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी जी. बिल को derail कराना है, ये बड़ी बात है, ये बड़ा उद्देश्य है. And that is why from population, then to 50%, then delimitation commission, the Muslim women, सारी चीजें जितनी भी दुनिया में ढूंढ सकते हो कि कुछ ना कुछ करके इसको किसी ना किसी तरीके से शूट डाउन करवाना है. यही ऑपोजिशन का बहाना है.
543 पे दे दो, 1 सेकंड में पास करेंगे, दे दो. क्यों हमको रोक रहे हो? आप 50% दिखा नहीं सकते.
ऐसा करो, 543
अभी दो, 1 सेकंड में पास करेंगे.
तहसीन पूनावाला जी, ऐसा है 543 में 272 सीट्स ले आओ और फिर जो मर्जी करो. अगर नहीं है 272 सीट्स तो थोड़ी देर चुप बैठो, और बाकियों को सुनो जिनकी सीटें आई हैं. हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी.
नविका जी, देखिए, सबसे पहले तो ये कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी को बहुत अच्छे से पता है कि किस तरह के ऑब्जेक्शंस होंगे और कैसे इसको रोकने की कोशिश होगी, और उस जिसको कहते हैं ना कि उस मेंटेलिटी को, उस साइकोलॉजी को बहुत अच्छे से समझते हैं, और इसीलिए बड़े अच्छे से उन्होंने कहा कि अगर आपने इसको रोका तो मेरा राजनीतिक लाभ तय है. अब ये तय करें कि प्रधानमंत्री को, भारतीय जनता पार्टी को पॉलिटिकल माइलेज मिल रहा है या नहीं मिल रहा है, नंबर 1. दूसरा, हमने तो आज तक ये सुना है कि महिला की समस्या, महिलाओं की समस्या वो एक होती है. हमने तो फेमिनिस्टों से, जो प्रगतिशील लोग हैं, जो भी ऐसे लोगों से यही सुना था कि जाति नहीं होती, महिला अपने आप में एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी है, उन सब की एक समस्या है, उनको एम्पावर करने की जरूरत है, उनके अधिकार नहीं मिलते, उनके घर से लेकर, सड़क से लेकर संसद तक एक ही जैसी समस्या है. पहली बार मैं सुन रहा हूं कि नहीं, जाति के आधार पर, धर्म के आधार पर महिलाओं को अलग अलग बांटिए. तो यह भी बहुत साफ साफ दिख रहा है कि कैसे इसको रोकने की कोशिश हो रही. अब तीसरी जरूरी बात, 1976 में जो 42nd अमेंडमेंट के जरिए हुआ, वो तो अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल था. किस वक्त हुआ वो उसी वक्त हुआ ना जब कोई संसद ढंग से थी ही नहीं, आपातकाल के समय में हुआ. और क्या इंदिरा गांधी को लगा कि उनको उत्तर भारत ने हरा दिया, इसलिए उन्होंने फ्रीज मार दिया, इसलिए उनको लगा कि ये होना ही नहीं चाहिए, वरना अगर उत्तर भारत की होती सीटें तो और ज्यादा बढ़नी चाहिए थी. और जो सबसे बड़ी बात है, 543 जो रिप्रेजेंटेशन का मसला है, वो देश के लोगों को उनके जनप्रतिनिधि उतने नहीं मिले, तो पहले ही बढ़ना चाहिए था. आज भी उसको रोकने की कोशिश हो रही. और 2011 के सेंसस पर इसलिए नहीं किया जा रहा है कि 2026 का 11 शुरू हुआ, लेकिन 50% अगर एक प्रोपोर्शन में दिया जा रहा है तो ये यूनिफॉर्मिटी है. पता नहीं क्यों तहसील पूरा वाला को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. और इसके आगे की बात, एक लाइन सिर्फ आखिरी, अभी तक तो ये चिल्ला रहे थे जिसकी जितनी संख्या भारी उसकी उतनी हिस्सेदारी. क्या हो गया भाई, सब भूल गए क्या? कहां चले गए? डॉक्टर ने कोई नई दवा दी?
डॉक्टर ने कोई नई दवा नहीं दी। और ये
आपको नई दवा देता हूं सर, आपको नई दवा दो मिनट सुनेंगे?
नहीं
सुन लीजिए।
जिसकी जितनी संख्या भारी उसकी इतने हिस्सेदारी, इसे फिर क्यों डर लग रहा है भाई?
नहीं
क्यों डर लग रहा है आपको फैजान किद भाई?
हाँ जी नाविका जी, जिसकी जितनी संख्या भारी पता तब चलेगा जब नया खास सेंसस होगा। आप जो है जातिगत जनगणना करेंगे। नहीं एक मिनट सुन लीजिए, आप सुन लीजिए मेरी बात सुन लीजिए, आप सुन लीजिए, आप सुन लीजिए। मैं
ओके, हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी इज काउंटर, हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी इज काउंटर, हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी इज काउंटर।
मेरी बात खत्म होनी।
आपसे
मैंने कहा ना कि जिसकी जितनी संख्या भारी उसकी उतनी हिस्सेदारी। अब उसके आगे की बात मैं कर रहा हूँ। कौन लोग खड़े होकर बोल रहे हैं जिनके, मुलायम सिंह यादव ने कहा था ना लड़के हैं, लड़कों से गलतियां हो जाती।
अच्छा सुनिए,
शरद यादव ने कहा था प्रकृति महिलाएं तो होते हैं। किसने ये कहा था? और महिला विरोधी पार्टियों की वजह से ये नहीं पास हो पाया। महिला विरोधी पार्टियां कौन है वो सबको पता है। और आज उसके बाद ये खड़े होकर कह रहे हैं दूसरे तरीके निकाल रहे हैं। क्यों नहीं? जिसको जितना देना वो महिलाओं को आप टिकट दे दीजिएगा।
फैजान किद भाई, प्लीज डोंट टेक द moral high ground. I will repeat to you every statement that Mulayam Singh ji has said on the floor of the house. If women come into this house, तो catcalls होंगी, यहाँ सीटियां बजा करेंगी, ये बोला था मुलायम सिंह यादव ने। नंबर 1, नंबर 2, he also said ग्रामीण औरतें इतनी सुंदर नहीं होती तो इसीलिए वो सामने नहीं आ पाएंगी। आप फैजान किद भाई थोड़ा रहने दें आज के दिन में। पुरानी चीजें मैं उखाड़ कर रखूंगी आपके सामने ना, तो आपकी ये जो मॉरल हाई ग्राउंड है ना वो धुल जाएगी। लेकिन 1 minute, let me get in Priyanka Kakkar. She also comes from a national party and has the right to speak. 1 minute, Fezan Kid bhai. Priyanka Kakkar, I just want to ask you, as a woman, I'm asking you, why are we seeing this tamasha in parliament where women's reservation has brought in all kinds of objections, some which are laughable, some which can be genuine doubts which have been clarified, and assurances that have been given on the floor of the House. I want to ask you, when the Prime Minister says something like, I'm willing to give the opposition a blank check to encash as far as credit is concerned, why then do we have so many divisions in Parliament?
Good evening, Navika ji, to you and all your viewers. I can tell you that I state this with great pride that Arvind Kejriwal ji would rather have 50% reservation, but the BJP does not even want to give 33% reservation even now. Now please give me just 2 minutes. I have just one question and will clarify everything. Now see, they brought in this bill in 2023. They said that this bill will be implemented in 2029 after a census, after delimitation. Now what are they doing? Census के लिए they have already allocated 12,000 crores of public money and has been spent, and the census is due to come out on 30th March 2027. There's a date fixed already. Now in these circumstances, they now come again and they say that they will make another amendment to the Women Reservation Bill. Mind you, the Women Reservation Act has a provision that whenever the reservation is implemented, from that day it will only last for a period of 15 years. So if it is implemented in 2029, it will last for a period of 15 years. When there is a clause like that, why should I accept a census which is passed in the past, and when the exercise will be completed in 2027? 2029 से तो आप पहले वैसे ही नहीं कर रहे, तो आप 2027 वाला सेंसस जो आ जाएगा 2026 का, वो 2027 का सेंसस क्यों नहीं यूज करते सीटें अलॉट करने के लिए? इसका आंसर छुपा हुआ है हमारी संविधान में, जो आपने बहुत राइटली पॉइंट आउट किया शुरू में ही कि constitutionally there's a freeze that you have to do delimitation after the next census, which is in 2026, which is happening currently. Now to evade this clause that they don't have to ever fall back on any census, to take out this provision entirely, this is the backdoor route they have adopted. अपनी मर्जी से इनका जब मन करेगा परिसीमन करेंगे, अपनी मर्जी से जब मन करेगा जो करेंगे. I am coming back to the larger point of the woman, that if you are going to implement this in 2029 only, why not use the latest data which will come out in 2027? What do you fear? Why should I accept? Because
it's simple to my mind. It's simple to my mind, Priyanka ji, because you know, the census activity has begun, will take maybe a year or two to complete. 29 की election में women cannot become 33%.
No, that's frozen. And 30th March it's coming out. It's been said by the It has been declared by the government that it is coming out on 30th March 2027. They still have 2 years till 2029. Why should I accept the data of
Pragya, please respond. Please respond.
When I know that this resolution is only for a period of 15 years? Why should I accept less?
Now, here's the thing. You're not accepting less because whatever are the number of seats in parliament, 1/3 are anyways going to women. That's the first thing. The second thing is, and you are talking about this today in a way that you are so pro. No, one second, I'm coming to that. In 2023, your entire argument was on the fact that it needs to happen immediately. Now when the government is bringing it immediately, you're changing again the way you're expecting it. I'm coming to that.
No,
I'm coming to that.
It's implemented in 2029.
See, so now when you do, can I speak? Priyanka, now there are two
lying
ways.
to the public.
Priyanka, can I speak? Now there are two ways that the seats can be increased in parliament
please
currently.
clarify.
One is
No,
via
please
population
clarify. Is it
and
coming
the
in
other is via
2029
percentage.
or is it
Priyanka, I'm trying to
implemented now?
tell you some sense. Please listen. Either it happens
Please tell me,
via
is it coming
population
now?
or
When
it
will we
happens
start
via
getting the
percentage.
reservation?
If you do it via population, like you're so
When are
excited
we
to do
going to
right now,
start getting
you
the
come back
reservation?
to
I
the
have a very
place where the
simple
southern
question for the
states still
BJP.
stand at a disadvantage, or you want different formulas.
Population will be putting the southern states at a disadvantage, not doing.
Please give me 30 more seconds. They can't have both.
$1
They can't have both. Why are we not getting it?
Well, willy-nilly, we can find 1,000 excuses because we don't want to push this bill of women empowerment. That's what it seems like. And we asked people of India this question. 33% reservation for women. Opposition says anti-South, anti-OBC, anti-Muslim, using excuses to stall the bill again. Yes, say 85% of the people. No, say 10%, can't say 5%. 85% of the people today can actually see through all the objections that have been put forth. Each of these have been answered, assurances given, but they don't want women to come and sit with them. They don't want women to be the decision makers. They don't want women to be the lawmakers, which is why Parliament today is at 14% women representation. 79 years after India got independence. They will keep it to that 14%. 33%? Well, look at the armies out there opposing this move, one way or another. 1996, 1998, 2003, 2004, 2010, 2023, 2026, and counting. We'll wait and watch because the mask is off. Please, people of this country need to recognize who stands in support of women. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists joining me on the News Hour tonight.